I never thought I'd hear my daughter scream like that again. The kind of scream that cuts straight through your chest and leaves only panic behind. "Dad, please come home now," she cried. "It's Grandpa." Something's wrong. My heart stopped cold. For a few seconds, I couldn't even move. The phone trembled in my grip as her words echoed louder with every replay in my head. I'd only been gone an hour, a quick run to the hardware store. My 2-year-old Lily had been napping on the couch, my father watching over her. He adored that little girl more than anything. Always said she gave him a reason to wake up every morning. I drove like a madman, every red light a personal enemy. My thoughts tangled in guilt and fear. What could have possibly gone wrong in just 60 minutes? When I pulled into the driveway, the front door was wide open. My daughter stood in the living room, pale and trembling. "Dad," she whispered, pointing toward the floor. And there he was, my father, collapsed beside Lily's crib. One hand still rested near her blanket. His eyes were open but distant, his chest barely rising. "Dad!" I shouted, dropping to my knees. The room tilted, spinning around me. Lily's soft whimper from the crib sliced through the silence like a fragile melody. In that moment, I didn't know who to reach for first, the man who raised me or the child I promised to protect. The ambulance arrived within minutes, though time didn't feel real anymore. The paramedics moved quickly, their voices sharp, urgent. I stood frozen, clutching Lily to my chest while my daughter sobbed into her hands. "He's breathing, but barely," one of them said. "Possible cardiac arrest." Those words tore something deep inside me. My father, the strongest man I'd ever known, the man who built homes with his bare hands, weathered storms without complaint, and never once asked for help. But now he looked fragile, smaller. At the hospital, everything blurred together. White lights, antiseptic air, whispers in the hallway. Hours later, the doctor came out, his face unreadable. "Your father suffered a major heart attack," he said. "He's stable for now, but there's something you should know." My chest tightened. "He's been under a lot of emotional stress," the doctor continued softly. "Not just physical strain. Did anything happen recently?" I didn't know how to answer. My mind flipped through moments I'd brush aside. Nights he sat quietly on the porch, staring into the distance. The way he'd asked me last week if I thought Lily would remember him, if he ever went away. I'd laughed it off, thinking he was just feeling sentimental. I never asked why. When we were finally allowed into his room, he looked peaceful, eyes closed, a faint smile ghosting across his lips. I took his hand, rough and warm, the same hand that had guided me through life. "Dad," I whispered, voice trembling. "You scared us." His eyelids fluttered open. "She's perfect," he murmured weakly, looking at Lily in my arms. "Just like your mom." Then his grip tightened ever so slightly. "Promise me, son, don't take time for granted. It ends faster than you think." 2 days later, my father was gone. Peacefully, quietly, as if he'd just been waiting to make sure we were safe before letting go. The house feels colder now. His favorite chair by the window sits empty, his coffee mug still on the table, a thin film of dust beginning to gather. Sometimes Lily toddles into the living room, points at that chair, and babbles softly. Maybe she still senses him there. After the funeral, I found a small notebook in his drawer. Inside were pages of handwritten notes, letters to me, to Lily, to all of us. In one, he wrote, "If you're reading this, it means my time came sooner than expected. Don't let guilt live where love should. Life doesn't wait for apologies." Those words hit harder than anything I'd ever read. I'd been so caught up, work, responsibilities, future plans, always assuming there'd be more time. Time to talk, time to thank him, time to sit beside him and listen to those same old stories again. But time ran out. Now, every morning, I carry Lily to that same window seat and let the sunlight spill over us. I tell her stories about the man who built this home, who once held her in his arms and whispered, "You're my second chance at life." She won't remember him the way I do, but maybe, just maybe, she'll still feel the warmth he left behind. because some love doesn't fade. It simply changes form.